In terms of those people who do leave an organization because there's somebody that they're working with, they just feel they don't want to work with anymore because they're not pulling their weight, do often those employees who are leaving tell the company the truth about why they're leaving? Almost never. The exit interview process can be a fine thing, and it's certainly better than not doing them at all. But the tendency on the part of employees, even those who have the best intentions, are to not burn any bridges on the way out. And so they'll give a safe answer to the question, why are you leaving? Which is almost always, I'm leaving for more money. So when you ask managers, why are your employees leaving? They'll say, oh, well, they're leaving for more money. If you check with the employees 6 to 9 months later, you get the real answer. And money doesn't even rank on the top 5 reasons for leaving. It invariably has to do with something that was viewed by the employee as being poisonous in the organizational environment, or it was simply that their performances were not being managed accurately. With the poor performers themselves, once you start managing the performance, you would hope that once you make some clear objectives saying, yeah, this is your job, and they can either do it or not do it. But with the poor performers, do they generally want to do a better job? They just don't know what the job is or it's properly defined? Or, it obviously depends on the situation. It depends on the situation, and clearly if their objectives aren't clear to them, then they haven't got much of a chance of doing very much on them. So the supervisor needs to be very, very clear on what those objectives are. The trick then becomes, over the course of time, with all the different pressures that you come under, is to not take your eye off that ball as in your role as the manager. And make sure you have periodic chats, one-on-ones, with that individual to say, how are you coming? What sort of resources do you need from me? Can I be of any assistance? Are there roadblocks I need to clear away? It could be, hey, you're right on target. Keep up the good work, or, oops, I see a little slippage here. Tell me about the issues. How can I help? And do that on a regular basis so there are no surprises when it comes to the end. Now, if you are a coworker, not a manager, working with somebody who is not pulling their weight, how do you deal with it? I probably start talking to my friends about it if I'm a typical co-worker. It can be really frustrating. The manager and the supervisor, again, can be really helpful here. If they're promoting an honest-to-goodness, open door, clear communication policy, then I may not have too many qualms about going into my supervisor and saying, there's something I need to tell you. And then we have that one-on-one in a trusting kind of relationship. Tim, a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you. That's Tim Rutledge. He is a partner with retention practices at IQ Partners and author of Getting Engaged, the New Workplace Loyalty.